I cannot take this woman's design seriously. She looks like Pippi Longstocking. If Pippi Longstocking got trapped in carbonite, come on. You know, I'm not in the Galactic Prison Union or anything, but personally I feel like a space prison should be guarded by more than 2 chuckle f***s with, you know, maces, and then they immediately get obliterated. This galactic prison is almost as terrible as an American prison. Bro, this guy looks like Marshtomp going through his emo phase. I have not seen this in advance, but I can tell you with 1,000,000% certainty that the minion character who is going, "I've done it, the universe is ours," is about to get absolutely obliterated. I guarantee it. Here, I'll even play it in real time. I told you! I told you! I told you! You know, I've just thought of something that's always kind of bothered me about Tokusatsu media, and that's if the bad guys didn't immediately explode, you know, upon, you know, getting hit. Maybe they wouldn't, you know, die so often? I'm just saying. Maybe having a live grenade in your body is the reason you keep getting taken out. All right, some action. Did they miss on purpose? Why? You have energy attacks. Blast him with energy attacks. I just noticed they're cross-eyed. Why would the costume department actively make them look cross-eyed? Oh no, they're all getting their asses kicked in melee combat. If only they had energy attacks and could attack from a distance and all at the same time. Too bad they don't have those. Oh hey look, they actually remembered they have energy attacks. If he can only block energy attacks with his hands, and he only has 2 hands, you know what they should really consider doing? I'll attack with ranged attacks at the same time from different directions. My man's got exactly 2 hands. Attack all at once with ranged attacks. The absolute audacity of this man to say it's all over after Belial has been explicitly mopping the floor with you and your goons. It's over. Yeah, idiot, for you. This fight scene is cool. No notes. Man, I don't care how impractical it is. I never get tired of seeing the Matrix dodge. It's just fun. Bro, homie got tackled all the way from orbit to Earth. He ain't getting up from that one. Is the ground made out of glass? Who's the idiot who thought that was a good idea? Look at it. It's shattered. There's a law in fiction called the Law of Ninjas, where if you have exactly 1 ninja, they are the most powerful foe you could ever face in your entire life, and you will barely make it out of that encounter alive. But if you have a group of ninjas, they're gonna be the most pathetic and worthless enemies you have ever experienced in your entire life, and you're gonna take out swaths of them effortlessly. And I'm willing to bet that we're gonna see the Law of Ninjas on display here. Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? If you want to fight, fight. If you're too scared to fight, leave. But standing around like an idiot karate chopping the air isn't helping anyone. Fight or go away. This man gets folded like an all. The fact that you waited until just this moment to bring out the energy weapons makes me wonder if you even wanted to win this fight. Using the long-range energy attack to force him to block so that you can get in close for a melee attack, and also attacking immediately one right after the other? Dude, that's actually some grade A strategy. That was really impressive. Man, they should do that for the whole fight instead of just half a second. Yeet! See, this guy and his friends actually put up a decent fight with decent choreography, so when he gets absolutely drop-kicked off of a 6-story building and plummets to the ground like a meteor, it kind of feels earned. It feels well-deserved. You'll have to get past us, bruh. Based on the other 500 people he just turned into an obituary, I think he's gonna. And that's exactly what he did. This isn't specifically a criticism of Ultraman, just a general criticism of like sci-fi and fantasy shows in general. The bad guys who want ultimate power, right? One thing that's always bothered me is, what are they gonna do with ultimate power? There's never a moment where they say, when I get ultimate power, I'm going to make these societal changes. Or I'm going to take all of the money and buy a solid gold mansion. Or if I were in that position, if I were a supervillain, I would just never shut up about what I was going to do with the ultimate power once I get it. Like if I genuinely thought I was going to take over the universe, I would never stop talking about my yachts and my spaceships and my solid gold toilet. Even though people make fun of like supervillains like Thanos, for example, at least he has a motivation. He's wrong, morally and factually. Eliminating half the population doesn't immediately stop the societal problems that he's trying to prevent, that he's trying to put an end to, but at least he thinks it does. One thing I do really like about the movie spending like 21 minutes just on the complete and total destruction and freezing over of this sort of alien planet is that by devoting so much time explicitly and exclusively to the battle, whenever we reach the end of the movie and we have that final fight, we actually appreciate and understand and comprehend the absolute power that Belial has. And the characters have said Belial's name a dozen times. They threw an entire city at this dude. So whoever comes to stop him has got to be stronger than an entire city full of superpowered people. By devoting so much of that first act, the entirety of the first act, to just the bad guy winning, even though it does kind of make the residents look a little bit like clowns, at least it establishes that he took out so many obstacles, so many well-trained warriors, just one after the other, obliterated. No one could stop this guy. And by showing it in such detail, when the end comes and when the bad guy inevitably gets defeated, it's gonna mean something. Even though I wish they gave Belial a little bit more of a personality and a little bit more motivation, one thing that they did absolutely right is just establish how friggin' strong he is. A human shares Belial's blood. Huh, that's kind of interesting. I wonder how that's gonna work out. Huh, they explain what they're doing clearly and concisely. The characters seem interesting without being annoying. Well, you know, after reviewing Trigger, this is kind of a nice change of pace. So far, I like these characters. They have been on this planet for all of 10 seconds, and they're already getting attacked by giant monsters. These poor dudes can't catch a break. He just summoned his own monster. I didn't realize we were playing Pokemon. His entire back is machine guns. That's so cool. Nice. Doing a drop kick and using your tail as a brace? Nice move. What? Bro, the 60-foot tall dinosaur just did a double front flip just to tail whip this dude in the face. I respect it. I respect it. And as is mandatory, it explodes upon death. Let's go. Oh, the Ultra people look like humans, but they're not humans. Okay. Having the bad guy blow up your sun, so you just build another one, and it gives you superpowers? Dude, that is cool. That is actually so cool. Bro, if you legitimately tried to just grab the artificial sun with one hand and you thought that was gonna turn out right, I have no sympathy for you whatsoever. You're a dork. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. It's an entire artificial sun that he tried to hold in the palm of his hands. Of course it was too much for him. Oh, that's his motivation. Okay. Take back what I said about him just being evil for the sake of being evil. Bruh, if I tried to get stronger in a society where strength was super important and I was punished by being exiled to a desolate planet, I'd be pretty pissed too. So, you know what? I forgive it. That is a completely reasonable motivation and backstory. I take back everything I said about his lack of motivation before. Maybe this is just me, but am I the only one who thinks that this guy would look right at home in Kamen Rider? I'm just saying. Who the fuck is this guy? I don't care how useful he is to the plot. The Birdman raising his hands like he's under arrest still looks stupid. This dude looks like RoboCop went to a rave. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life, and I want it to die in fire. Wait a minute. That's an irritating mascot character from Ultraman Trigger. Why is he just amongst this random horde of other monsters? What did he do? What's his backstory? Using your mohawk as a weapon is nice. You know, I bet this fight scene was so much fun to choreograph. Man, I am envious of whoever put this together and directed it. They must have had a friggin' blast, dude. Ayo, what the f*** is that? Death, apparently. It's a giant metal space dragon. If you were trying to make this man look intimidating, you completely failed. His head looks like a giant swirly pile of shit. Normally Ultraman characters explode when they die. Apparently this one turns into fog. Also, quick question. Who are you? Oh, hey, that's a quick turnaround on an answer to a question I have. Normally the show doesn't immediately answer my questions. It should do that more often. Oh good, it exploded. And here I was concerned that they might start turning into fog from now on. And that's not nearly as cool. This dude is literally just wearing zebra striped pajamas and a monkey helmet. Out of all of the costumes, this one is the most low effort design I have ever seen. Come on. Even though the trope of the "I know you're in there somewhere, friend" is a little bit overplayed, and I know that it's going to work, I still like this trope because this dude doesn't know that. He just jumped out of a spaceship, body slammed his homie, and was like, "Get a grip on yourself, dude!" And it's like, I always respect the bravery when people do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because even though we, the audience, know it's probably going to work, he doesn't, and it makes him a more interesting and a more brave character. So, 10 out of 10. This dude is getting absolutely rocked, and I love it because it doesn't work immediately, and their friend is still in there, and he doesn't want to hurt him, so he's not like pulling out guns and knives and fighting for his life. He's just trying to talk to him, and he's willing to take that beating if it means saving his friend. I love this trope. I don't care if it's been done 1,000 times. It's one of my favorite tropes. You love to see it. Hey, what I tell you, it always works. Aw, yeah, blood feuds. Time to fight. You know, this movie has been like 90% fighting, yet I'm still excited for this next fight. Falcon kick. Unibeam. Death by lava! Let's go! Well, that's ominous. That wasn't even his final form! Hoped? Yes. Believed? No, not a chance. There's still 15 minutes left in the movie. I knew that wasn't gonna end you forever. Bro, look at the size difference. How are they supposed to damage something so massive? Bro, he's gonna use his little thing that's actually the same as the bigger thing to control the bigger thing to control the monsters. Yo, that's so smart. That's so friggin' cool. It makes sense that it would work, and he's so friggin' smart for figuring it out. Let's go. Nice. Hey, this is actually some pretty cool artwork. I like the look of this place. You know, normally I make fun of characters in live action who are like really over the top and unrealistically hype, but I feel like seeing a giant city made out of glass for the very first time, you know what? Warranted. Normally I would pick on this sort of thing. I'm gonna let it slide. Oh my god, just stay dead. Eat my ass. We have just spent the past hour and a half trying to kill you. Just do us a favor and stay dead. All in all, I think it was a good movie. It's kind of hard to complain about the plot because 90% of the movie was fighting. Which I feel like is one of the things that, you know, Tokusatsu always does well. You know, if you can get past the costumes and the awkward designs, the fighting is fun. It's a lot of fun, and it was 90% fighting. The story was simple enough for me to figure out and follow along with. I mean, there's some backstory and there's some backstory missed out on, some names I didn't understand or recognize. but I feel like for the most part it was enjoyable, and I am never doing this again ever, because as I was watching the movie, I was like also recording my reactions and editing it, and this took hours to do. Like when people send me like clips, I could record my reaction, edit it, and upload it in like under an hour. I am never doing a movie reaction ever again. This was so much more work than it usually is. But despite that, I still had fun. It's a decent movie. If you're a fan of the franchise, you're gonna love it. If you're not a fan of the franchise, you're just gonna be confused. That's all I got for you guys. I will talk to you next time. Bye, guys!